He's a patient of ours from the Barbara Davis Center who's come to Teen Clinic. He's actually attended 4 teen clinics and is going to share his experience as a teen with diabetes as well as the impact of Teen Clinic.
As she said, I'm Mario Medina. I'm an incoming freshman at Hofstra University in Long Island, New York.
That's right.
I plan on majoring in biochemistry with my goal to, cure diabetes because it's not the best thing. I was diagnosed when I was 4 years old on October 17th, 2000. It is now, July 19th, 2014. I'm coming up on my 14-year anniversary. And I can say, when I was 4, I was scared, I was confused, I didn't know what was going on. Now I'm almost 18. I'm scared, I'm confused, but I have 12 years of schooling behind me, so it's gotten easier. And being a young child with, I guess, diabetes, this whole new life, it was confusing, scary, but I had my parents to rely on. They were my main caretakers for most of my childhood until around age 8, where I had a realization. And that realization came through a bribe from my mother, who offered me $20 to give myself my first shot. Up until that time, I was afraid, terrified. But then, as an 8-year-old, $20 is everything. So since then, I've never looked back. Now, I'm like 95% independent, save for the 5% of times where my mom's like, Mario, did you do this? And I reply with the teenage yes, yes, mom. So throughout the years, my care has went from parent-based to more me-based. And that means I take on the responsibilities, whether they be good or bad. I take the blame for good outcomes or bad outcomes. I guess that leads me on to regular visits with a regular doctor compared to the teen clinics. Now, I grew up in California, California love all the way. I was diagnosed at, I believe, my family physician at first before I transferred to Children's Hospital Los Angeles, where I was, my caretaker was Dr. Duke. Everything focused on what my parents were doing for me. Even up until my last appointment a few years ago when I moved to Colorado, it was all, okay, here's what you guys have to do, and I was just there on the side. When the teen clinic, when I started going, it wasn't about the parent as much, it was more on, here's what you can do, here's how you can change things. But even better to me was how it was, okay Mario, how do you feel about this? What do you think? And this goes into the pros and cons. I see a pro being, I'm with other teenagers. I can facilitate a discussion rather than being told what to do. I can, give my answers to someone and be like, oh yeah, I know that, and I could get a better understanding of what they're going through, even if it's the exact same thing. And because of this, when I do meet with my caretaker on the one-on-one session, I already have questions in my mind. I have questions I didn't know I could ask because I just talked about them with another group. So the only con I really see is, time constraints. There's never enough time for anything. An hour, 2 hours, it would never be enough time just because you want to spend that time with people that understand you. And while the doctor visit ranges between 15-30 minutes, it's usually quicker for me because I know here's an example. Like, let's say I've had more high blood sugars recently. It's like, okay, I was doing this, this, and this wrong. I could do this, this, and this, and we'll be able to change it. And my doctor will fully get behind that if she sees fit, or if she feels like you could do this better, she'll offer that advice, which I see it more as preparing me for adulthood as it becomes more my responsibility. And then when we have the checkup with my parent involved, it's more of just a recap of what I said, what they believe is right, and the doctor. Overall, I guess the biggest piece of advice I can offer to any provider is talk with your patient, not at them. Get their point of view and how they feel. Ask them how they think they could do better, what they think they did wrong, and overall, just they feel like they can manage this right now, or if they need more help with certain things. Yeah, that's about it.